Boom. Live stream. You are watching the live stream now. You are watching the live stream now. You now is watching the live stream now. Actually, to be honest, that wasn't even aimed at anybody. That was just me doing weird stuff on my own screen, as usual. What's up, everybody? June 19th. We're going to do a couple of new things today. You better like it. Otherwise, we're going to be very upset. Oh, that's why. I'm tapping on the screen right now because I'm like, where is everybody? Who else is on here? There is nobody else on here. That's why there's nothing happening. Got 2 viewers. I bet I know who that is. What's up, Tories? Tories. Look at that whiteboard, dude. How do you spell ghetto fabulous? Let's do this shit. Tori, I'm bringing you on. Yeah, dude. Actually, you nailed it. Although sometimes don't you play hard to get with me right now. You're like, I don't know, maybe I won't come on. I don't know. Like you can't see me. You're like, you can't see me. What's up?
Hello. Got the hat on today. You do.
Me?
Yeah. You're like, I have a hat?
I do, right there. It's ridiculous. Anytime, we don't have to talk about my hair right now. We'll talk about it all the other streams in the future. We don't want to burn that one out because that's a really juicy topic. How you doing?
Doing good. I got a dog.
Damn it, I was just about to bring that up, but you just broke it open.
I'm gonna go through all the talking points.
I wish I had some honey here so I could be like, what's the dog's name?
Come here. Hold on, here she comes.
I heard it's a huge dog.
Oh yeah, so big.
God, this hat is huge. This hat takes up like half of the screen. I'm serious, man. Oh my God. Oh.
She's pretty cute, huh?
She's even shy on camera. She's like, yeah, Mom told me not to look straight at the camera. She's like, oh my gosh, she loves that neck massage, huh? What's up, cutie? Oh my gosh. That picture you took and sent the other day was like, man, she's a cutie. And she's got these expressions, huh? What's up, honey?
Oh, I guess she's gonna hang now. Enjoy the stream.
She's like, I just kind of want to watch and comment. Did she shake it all off?
Nope.
Did she just go like, I gotta go. I gotta get out. I gotta get some fresh air. Oh man.
Still sitting.
Why are you making me want to get a dog? Kathy asked me the day because I showed her your pictures, and then she's like, so it was kind of one of those like everyone gets quiet, and she's like, it was almost like the kids' conversation. She's like, so, like, are you thinking you want to get a dog? And I'm like, no. She's like, okay, because you seem pretty excited about the dog. And I'm like, nah. And then I'm like, you're not thinking you want to get a cat someday, right? And she's like, not really, because she gets really like, she loves cats. You know, she'll talk about the cats. Yeah. And then I'm like, you're not imagining like us in a home and we have like 5 cats, right? Because let's go ahead and solve that equation now, because that's not happening. So we basically quickly decided like, okay, no pets, just 0 pets, 0.0 pets. So anyway.
Man, but Papa Pete.
I know. I had that sort of fatherly instinct. I had to put it somewhere. So I don't think I need a dog though. I had
I-
dogs growing up. I got it out of my system. I love dogs. My dad has a dog. My brother has dogs. I'm the uncle. I'm Uncle Pete is really what it is.
Okay.
I like to be able to like, oh, you're so cute. Like when I kind of finally come to see you guys. I feel like we've hung out.
Responsibility.
True story. We've hung out way more in the last 3 months than since we've known each other, and yet I haven't seen you at all.
That's a really weird dynamic. It's true.
It is. Like we've gotten tighter. We've worked together. We've spoken for hours and hours about all sorts of shit, and yet I haven't seen you in months. I haven't seen you at all.
Yeah,
weird, right?
Besides this screen right here.
Like, is it going to be weird when we hang? You're going to be like, I don't know. I thought you looked different.
Shorter than I remember.
Like, I always imagine you with like a window beside you.
Yeah.
And without the window, it doesn't seem like it's the real you. You got some nice. It's very like It's very what's the word? It's very June gloom out there right now.
It is. It's kind of nice though. I like it when LA has a little weather.
I know you said that.
Yeah.
So you and I decided, basically my idea, and you were like, okay.
Let me fix my hair.
Yeah, sort of. So look, it's Juneteenth. It's June 19th.
Happy Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth.
Let me tell you a fun fact about that before we get into
Let's do that. Fun facts, please.
I didn't even know what Juneteenth was until this Wednesday.
I didn't know until this morning. I'm kidding. That's not true.
I thought I was late. Like I always saw it on like Apple's calendar, like on an iPhone. But
really? I didn't even realize that it had been on the calendar.
But it was just like with Groundhog's Day and like all those other holidays where I'm like, oh, cool, I don't really know what it is.
Okay, you guys are just trying to fill up the calendar to make it look busy.
Add in some like fun, like speak like a Pirate's Day. I thought it was just like fun.
Is that a thing? God, that would be so awesome.
Yeah, it's on my birthday. That's the only reason why I know about it.
Are you prepared to tell everyone? Everyone. It's me and you. Are you prepared to tell me what your birthday? I don't think I know your birthday. When's your birthday?
September 19th.
Oh my God, now you can't take it back. Now I know. Now I know your birthday.
It'll be on YouTube forever too, so you can't forget. Can't be like,
oh yeah. Know. I mean, this is gonna go viral. People are going to be like that whole thing where Tori was saying like when her birthday was. It was unbelievable. I shared it with everyone I know. I never thought it was September 19th, ever. So you didn't know till Wednesday.
Yeah. Like I saw a bunch of posts being like, here's what you can do on Juneteenth. Like, let's learn about Juneteenth. And I was like, why is this such a big conversation now? And then I saw that it had to do with that was when it's 2 months past the Emancipation Proclamation. I shouldn't even speak on it too much because I don't know fully.
Yeah, from again, it's like, you know, sort of like the stuff that you patch together from history class and conversations and stuff, and then of course all these, you know, conversations online about it. From what I remember, it was in Texas specifically, and it was that. I think it was towards that. It was after the Emancipation Proclamation.
Yeah.
I haven't had enough coffee, and so there was this process sort of post that event, where in Texas, it was still not either fully law that slaves were free. Is that right?
Yep, I just Googled it too. I'm like, let's make sure we're quoting this correct. But yeah, it's like the final liberation for slaves.
Okay.
Where like the last remaining enslaved Black folks were freed.
Right.
Yeah, didn't know any of that until Wednesday. And I was like, dang.
Well, I think that speaks to why it's important to have a Juneteenth for everybody. Because, you know, me personally, I have this really sort of probably twisted work ethic thing going in my mind that someday I'll have to get out of my brain. But like, for me, like a holiday to me is not how you sort of commemorate things being important. But I think having them on the calendar and talking about them is. In other words, I'm not comfortable enough with myself to take a day off.
Yeah.
That's just the honest truth. But having it and remembering it every year and going, oh, and having events and discussions and reasons to keep the conversation going is important.
Agreed.
So, so anyway, Brandon, what's up? So Brandon, I think like came and bounced. He's like, yeah, I'm done. Oh no, he's here. Cool.
Bye. I saw something with speaking of music in Juneteenth. When I opened Spotify this morning, because I usually listen to Spotify when I get ready, they have a whole Celebrate Juneteenth on there. And New Music Friday, which is also something I usually try and listen to. They're only showcasing Black artists. And I was like, that's cool.
Yep.
They have Black podcasts, Black cooking, like podcasts or instructions.
What's give me an example of Black cooking.
I don't know. It says the cook in. Maybe it's music to play while music and podcasts.
Oh, cooking. I thought you said like Black cooking, like
cooking.
Got you. And so it's probably a mix of like, music from different eras, not just new music, right?
Yep. Black to the Future, the newness.
I like that.
So there's like a fresh gospel feel in myself, and I was like, that's a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
That like celebrates and still gives back to like these artists. So I played that this morning.
So what's ringing in your head right now?
Sway Lee had a new song that I liked.
Who? Sorry?
Sway Lee.
Man, I wish there's a gentleman that I just interviewed in outside Phoenix, Arizona, and Sway Lee was one of the artists that he had in semi-recently. So maybe we'll bring him in. Maybe he's got some stories. Stories you can share about things that happen in a studio, not very likely.
Put it in the universe.
It's there. It's now officially there. So so what was the new song by Sway Lee, or do you not remember?
Oh, I'd have to look.
That's
fine. Just on random, and it was one of those moments where I was like, oh, I like this song. Who is it? And it was Sway Lee.
Nice.
Yeah.
And any other songs from that list that popped out?
Yes, but that's really bad of me because I kind of just like listen through while I'm getting ready. So I can't like name drop.
What's up, Brandon? Are you just chilling? You wanna I honestly can't tell if you're in or not. I think you might have bolted, which is totally fine. We don't take it personally, but we'd love to have you in here and chime in on some shit. So look, I mean, this might be just an exercise in kind of like trying to dip our toes in the pool a little bit and try and do something moderately towards the right or the better sort of moving things in a direction that's constructive considering the day and the circumstances. To me, in my life, just in general, I feel like, when there's something that's a problem or an issue between two people or two groups of people or two, the hardest part is just being able to talk about it and just have an open dialogue about it. So I figured it would be cool for us to just, I have no idea what we're going to talk about, but I would be curious to know. We've never really broached this. As long as we've known each other, we've never been like, even recently, it hasn't been like, and I've thought about it, talking, asking you what you think. So what's your sort of impression of where we are?
For me, because all my life I never really had much attachment with like the Black side of me. I never called myself Black. I didn't. My dad's an only child, and we never really hung out with his side of the family. And my dad is black. My mom is white, Caucasian, Filipino.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm a mixed baby.
Cool.
So
what's up, Llama? Good to see you, and Biat. Good to see you
thanks for
guys.
inviting your fans.
And Brandon.
Too.
Thank you, Llama, for bringing all your peeps.
Minutes.
We'll bring you on shortly.
So just whole like discovering that part of me and like embracing it and being proud of it instead of something I kind of like ignored has been really empowering. And I've definitely spoke more about it like on my Instagram is really kind of more the platform that I've talked about it. Hi guys.
What's up, ladies?
Welcome.
Turtle and Kristen.
Thanks for fanning
on, guys.
up. He probably came from Llama's invite. We're gonna have her on shortly.
She has lots of fans and friends.
We're fans of her too.
And we are in that group.
Yeah,
for sure. And you guys are probably super nice because she's like ridiculously nice. So no pressure, but you guys better be nice. Go ahead. Sorry. So
good.
Yeah.
So yeah, just discovering that and learning about it and embracing it and being proud and just being like a little voice and a resource for people to come and ask questions has been really cool during this whole movement. So I've
explain that last part. Like you feel like you've been a voice? Yeah.
So one thing that I did
Montgomery
was thanks for inviting your fans.
Thanks for inviting your fans and friends. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, so many fans are being invited. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate
Righteous. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Something I did that was really scary, but I was really empowered by like everything. It was probably fresh off my live stream. So I was like, I can do it all. Yeah. I emailed my work, like the whole company, all 20 of us. And I was like, if you have questions, if you don't know how to approach the subject with your clients, you can call me, email me, email me your draft, tell me what you want to say, and I'll tell you how you should say it.
Wow.
Because something they kind of struggle with, there's like 2 black people in the company, but they'll have clients be like, oh, I want black musicians or I want black speakers to fill the slot. Not.
Thank you, Llama. Thank you.
Thank you. So like approaching it in a way where it's like, I want to spotlight these people because they're great and black and not just because they're black.
Now you're getting that from clients. Clients are calling you up and being like, yeah, we'd love to work with you, but here's kind of what we've have in mind.
Yeah, they're kind of like, we need to be more diverse, which is great that they're thinking about it, but just framing it so that like they're diverse, but also appreciate these people for their work. Like not just bringing them in to like fill the diverse slot. So
now, when you're getting that from clients, do you feel like they're doing that for the word that pops into my mind is sort of like a PC reason, or are they doing it because I'm not guessing that the clients that are asking for that are asking because they think it's the correct diverse way to go. They are just saying, hey, this is kind of what we have in mind.
It's a little of both.
Okay.
And they're calling like my boss and executive, so I'm not the one having those direct conversations. I can't tell you how the feeling or how it's being said and received. But just that like my boss has been like, I don't know how to approach this the correct way.
Right.
And so we've had some of those conversations.
That's absolutely fucking amazing that you've done that though. Like that's an example to me. That's like a great, like top 10 things you can do to help. If you reach out and let people know you're available to help manage a conversation or understand the best way to say something is amazing.
Yeah. So it's opened up some great
fucking amazing. Has anybody, did people respond to that?
Yeah, I got a couple thank yous. Like my events team were all like applauding and
yeah, it's amazing.
Saying like, you should be the voice in this. And shortly after, my boss did call me and I was like, that was cool that he read it. He like accepted it. He thought about it and he was like, let's chat. So it was cool.
What came up in that conversation that you would feel comfortable sharing?
Yeah. A lot of the stuff like that, he didn't know how to approach it with clients
Yeah.
and how to pitch artists, because obviously a lot of people want to now highlight Black artists and Black speakers.
Define a lot of people. What do you mean by when you say that?
A lot of our clients, it's like speaking with him, it's like we definitely want to highlight these people, but we also don't want to be in a situation where we're profiting off of a movement, you know?
I didn't even think about it that way.
That's
Okay.
also a fine line of like,
Right.
like we had an email blast spotlighting Black speakers, but we also said like, oh, we stand with the movement because we want to show that we're with the movement and we're not just trying to, again, like make money off of the spike in interest.
Right. Sort of ride the wave.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's up, Timpoa?
Hello.
Thanks for joining.
So, yeah, stuff like that, and just how to approach it and how to speak about it in a polite, respectful way when they're all like white executives, basically.
Right.
So, yeah, it was good conversations, and just how like as a company we can go forward and spotlight these people on an even playing field and not just not during this hype. Like, let's do it all year.
What this is a weird question, I guess, but like what prompted you to send that email initially where you're like, hey, I think maybe I should send an email and just kind of put myself out there as a resource for people that are trying to navigate this and communicate the right way. What was your thought process in deciding to do that?
Yeah, so there was a lot of emails between them all talking about like diversity, and we should I don't even remember the exact, but it was like podcasts and what we should do about it, what we should say about it. And I just felt like I hadn't said anything at that point because I didn't know what to say and how comfortable I was with it. And then writing off of like my charity stream and like all these readings I had done and going to the protests, I had felt like really empowered and more comfortable speaking about things that I'm not usually as vocal when it comes to things that could be divisive or political. And so just having those conversations myself with like friends and family, and feeling close enough and respected enough within my work. Just with all of that, I felt like I should insert myself as a voice because I am Black. And just give them like, because they were just throwing out a lot of like, well, what if we did this and maybe we should do that, not really knowing. So me coming and being like, I am Black, I can tell you what you should and should not say, just kind of take out the what ifs and be like more, I can be a resource, let me be a resource to you. And it was also, I sent out Let's Do Lunch. They had the open forum with, it was like music and culture or something, I think it was called. So I had sent that to them and said like, hey, be a resource. And yeah, it was well received. Hello, Kathy.
You said that, I think you said there's about 20 people there, and I think you said you're one of 3 African Americans?
Yeah.
In the company? Did the other 2 participate in some way in that sort of salvo that you did with the email, or what did you guys converse at all about it?
They didn't email out to the company, but I know one of them, she's like our
Keith. Good seeing you, man.
Our financial execs. I'm sure she talks a lot with our boss and how we should go about it as a company, just personally.
Yep.
And then we've kind of just chatted with ourselves about like staying safe and empowering each other. But yeah, I've kind of been the person to be like, hey, you can come talk to me.
Wow. It's like, I mean, I can't even put into words. It's the level of leadership that it's like, I would be over blah, blah, blahing it, but that's so amazing to just be able to put out there like, hey, like, let me help if possible, is amazing. And you know, it's one of the reasons I love working with you is that I think you're literally one of the nicest people I know.
Thank you.
And you're constantly like, as soon as you get situated somewhere, you're like, what else can I do? What about this one? What about this? And you're thoughtful, but you're like, you've always been like leaning forward, and it's super inspiring. And it literally, it's like, it's so fun to work with you because you've never once, like, since we've been sort of doing this podcast, this live stream together, said like, I don't see how that would work, or I don't know if we're ready for that yet, or like, anything like that. You're like, okay, okay,
Let's do it.
sure,
Let's figure it out.
Yeah, let's go for it. So anyway, so Tori and I chatted for, I don't know, 3 minutes on the phone before we kicked this off today, and I just said to her, like, look, like, at the very least, it's in my own way, it's a small thing. I think just being able to talk openly is like one step towards improving and becoming aware and advancing this in the right way. So, let's keep doing this to whatever extent that we want to and feel like it's a good thing to do. Because I think, it's kind of like when you talk about things openly, whatever it is, it becomes less negatively charged with stuff that can that can be there. So anyway, it's super coincidental that we're working on this together and this is happening, right?
Yeah.
Like, we've just never talked about it.
Yeah.
Ever.
It's something I never really chatted about either my whole life. It's definitely like running high off of like the movement and empowering and just great community surrounding myself and people like you who's being like, let's chat on the live stream.
Yeah.
Something together.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So let's do more of this. And, like I said, we've sort of toyed around with different things, like maybe we could do this, maybe we could do that. So we'll certainly keep thinking about ways that we can, do whatever is sort of within the pocket of this live stream and the music thing and what we're trying to do. That we feel like we can do to help. And right. So right on. Do you want to hang out while we're doing some stuff with Llama, or you want to bounce and just?
I haven't ate breakfast, so I kind of want to eat and watch.
Go eat and watch. Okay. Love you. Say hi to Honey for me. Say hi to Steph for me.
Love you too.
And
in the chat.
Llama's like, she does not want to be on this live stream anymore. Llama's like, ha, she wants to bounce. All right, let's do this. Enjoy your breakfast.
Thank you.
See you soon. Okay, Llama, let's do this. Llama.
Hi.
Hey, what's going on?
Just chilling.
This was, I feel like this was a long time in the making because, like, not a long time. We've only had this live stream for like a couple of months or whatever, but like you popped on pretty early on and were really cool with us and nice with us and helped us figure out how to spell Discord.
Yeah. Discord.
So Discord, man. So we're super happy to have you on. What's it like you're in Jersey, right?
Yeah.
So what's the weather like? Is it kind of coolish right now? Because here it's cloudy and weird.
It's actually really, really nice outside and it's very hot, but we're supposed to get thunderstorms. But our thunderstorms here in Jersey, because we're close to shoreline, they're like hurricanes.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So we get crazy thunderstorms. And there's one supposed to happen tonight, but we don't know because it was supposed to happen yesterday. So it just keeps on adding on to storms. And then when it doesn't storm today, it storms again the next day and it's bigger than it was supposed to be. So, yeah.
You're reminding me what it's like to live on the East Coast.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly.
But then, then it comes back around like later on when you're in, remember when you were in, did you grow up on the East Coast?
Yes.
Okay.
So
So you had snow days.
yes, I
Yeah.
hate snow. I'd rather have what you guys have all the time. It's
Oh,
barely any
really?
snow. Yes, I hate snow. I love the summer. It's my favorite thing ever. I'd rather live
Really?
like California area. That's where I want to go.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
let's get you guys out here. Let's make this happen.
Yeah.
So you visited California?
No, but I have
Oh,
family that live in California.
where,
Like
like what region, what area?
so he
Southern,
lives in
northern?
University city area. He lives over there.
Where? University City?
Yeah, like in that area.
Oh, Universal City.
Yeah,
Universal City.
Universal City. Yeah.
Gotcha. University makes it sound smart. It's not.
No.
It's Universal City.
Yeah, that's where he lives.
Yeah, Universal City is near. Yeah, it's like North Hollywood. Yeah, Studio City, Sherman Oaks, North Hollywood. Yeah, it's a fun area.
Yeah. So he lives there.
Cool.
He's a singer-songwriter as well. He was actually in a band for a little bit, and yeah, he was like
This is
all
like
over the
a
place.
friend or a family member, you said?
He's a cousin. He was
Uh-huh.
actually a background dancer for Lady Gaga. So he's been all over the place.
Dude has skills.
He has skills, yes.
Skills.
Yes. Yes.
So you've never come out to visit?
No. It's too far.
I was gonna say it's like thousands of miles.
It's like 24 hours if you like fly there. No, it's
No,
not.
it's not.
It's
Actually,
like
it is. It's
16
kind of all
hours.
day.
No, yeah.
Yeah, because you lose because you're losing time. That's what it is. You're losing
Yeah.
whatever it is, 3 hours.
It's 3 hours, yeah.
Yeah, so
So
you're probably on. You're probably in the plane for, I don't know, depending on the flight you get, probably 6-7 hours, and then you're losing 3 hours, and then
yeah.
you're
Yeah. You don't
messing
know.
around in the. Yeah, you're right. It's a whole day affair.
Exactly.
So cool. Well, we're super happy to have you on, and again, I try and keep these sort of free form, and I try and keep them sort of like let them go wherever they want to go and where it's
Yeah.
fun for them to go. So, what we've started doing with these is we'll bring people on to sort of talk about a song and how the song works and what they might want to do with the song or where it came from and stuff like that. And then, if we feel like it, we can kind of unpack it or, anything we want to do with the song is kind of just a way for you to explore it, and then for maybe people that are watching to sort of like know a little bit more about you as an artist and learn a little bit about arrangement or music and stuff like that. I also think it's super cool that you have been doing so much live streaming that I think you could speak a lot to how music fits into live streaming and vice versa and shit like that, which is what we want to learn more about. So the song, you posted a lot of things on, was it BandLab?
Yeah.
How did you find BandLab? I didn't even know about BandLab.
I know, I didn't either. So I was in this platform called Spoon. It's like this.
Spoon?
Yeah, it's like this, but it's more of voice than video. So it's more of like you're live streaming, but it's more of your voice. So I did that for a few months, just singing. Then people started following me, whatever. I had regulars. One person actually told me that she used it to download ukulele songs that she wrote and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, well, I'll download it. Like I had Bandcamp, I had Bandmax, I had like all these different things for anything with music, like all over it, all of it. SoundCloud, everything. That's not even, there's things that are not even out there anymore called Concert Window or Justin TV. Yeah, Justin TV is now not Justin TV, it's Twitch. Beam, which is not Beam, it's Mixer. So there's like so many different things that I did just to get myself out there, to get myself heard. So I found it from her, and then at first I was like, I don't know if I want to do this, and then I got like way religious, and so I'm in it like so much. I write like everything, and I put it all in there, and then I share it with whoever wants to hear it. So it's pretty cool. I like it.
So you got you said you got way religious into it, like you got really deep into it and we're like, okay, I'm going to do this all the time. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I do it like every day.
Okay. And you do, YouNow every day, probably.
Yeah, so I do, mostly like daily. So for like 6 months I did like a full-time job.
Full-time job for
For
sure.
six months in the beginning when I started doing I did 12 hours a day, 3 times a day, Monday through Friday for 6 months.
So you would do like 4 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours
Yes.
every fucking day.
Yes. So then I scheduled
Jesus.
myself.
Tori's like, dude, you're playing around, dude. I thought this was serious. You put on like 2 hours every two days.
So that was how the 6 months started. And then I started putting myself on schedules. So I make my own schedule. So I do things like mix it up and stuff. Like I'll have off like Saturdays and Sundays, and then like normal. And then I'll have like days. I go in days for music, and then the other times would be scheduled for like gaming, for game night, for just me doing random things. So it's cool. Sundays and Tuesdays I do open mics. So this Sunday I'm doing an open mic for other singers and people that want to come in and show me their talent, stuff like that. So
you also, in addition to sharing your own music, you'll sort of create a showcase for other people.
Yes.
And do like an open mic for them.
Yes. So most of the people that are brand new that are new at singing, White Shadow, I met him from that. He actually opened mic at one of my shows. Like that's how I knew who he was. A lot of other people, there's this girl named Vicky, there's Sofella, she was also in it, Louise Raw, which is another good artist on here. They all came to my show and they all showed me their talent, and they're all growing. Like they're all getting on this platform like crazy. So yeah, I like help them, promote them, and then they grow in the community. So
that's absolutely amazing. And like, we'd love to have anyone on that you think, is trying to do things or that we can help in some way.
Yeah.
Whatever, we're the new kids into the party here. So we're just mostly just kind of trying to learn and meet people and figure out what we can do. But like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
What was it about live streaming when you first got started with it? You're like, that made you think like, okay, I'm gonna lean into this. This is my shit. Like, this is what I want to do.
So in the beginning, I was actually terrified. It wasn't even YouNow. I was with a bunch of artists that I met through Google Hangout, because Google Hangout in the beginning, you're allowed to join other people's live streams and like you can check them out and you can hang out with them. It was way
kind
it was
of
like the beta. Yeah, it was like that, but it wasn't like
wow.
It was.
But it wasn't organized.
It wasn't
just
organized.
Like you could just show up in somebody's
exactly.
Call.
You go into someone's call, and
that sounds awesome.
It was awesome, and there's no chat. It was just like random people got together. It was freaking awesome.
Oh my God.
But I was so scared because I literally didn't have anything. So
it's like going to a karaoke, and I'm going to bring this up because Kathy's on, so she's going to be like, oh, good story. What's up, Kathy? It's like when you go to karaoke and you're like, okay, this is the room, it's 3 of us or the 4 of us, and we're going to sing and it's going to be whatever. And then like people walk in.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And they're like, what's up? Yeah, you guys sound pretty good. Hey, can I sing one? It's like, what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, it was like that. Like, but everyone had instruments. They all were playing music. And I met my longtime friend, Doug. This is the first day I met him, was that. Like, my friend Doug, he is a songwriter. He's in a band, stuff like that. So I was like so wowed by like everything he was doing. He said, do you want to sing a song? Because I was doing whatever, but I'm like way nervous. I'm like shaking. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure. And they're like, you totally have this. And I played for him, and that like I was like, okay. And then when I played for him, he's like, wow, you're really good. And I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I'm like freaking out. And he really enjoyed it. And I actually went to a lot of his shows, and he promoted me multiple times. I met a lot of new people. Yeah, it's so cute. And
that's amazing.
And he's my lifetime friend. I still talk to him all the time. So we connected. I went to like all his shows, like every show that he had online, I got a free pass to go, like a backstage online kind of thing. So I would go and then I would open up for him. Like I would sing for him
Cool.
and then
As
he would do
as a
his.
lot, you're talking about
So it's
real
like,
shows or
so no,
live
like,
stream
so how it
shows?
was set is like how it is now. Like none of us can really go out because of the whole crazy stuff that's happening.
Yeah.
It was virtual. Everything was virtual for us. So so he would do a live, like, concert window is what it's called. You go and you make a concert for people and they pay for a ticket or it's for free or whatnot. I did it too. So he would have openings if we wanted to sing first, and then he does it. Like if you go to a concert, someone always plays first, and then he would have me come and sing first, and then he would sing, and then he would promote me that way. So that he would be like, come and check her out, blah, blah, blah. This is her website. This is this, that. So
is that still a thing? Like,
no, it's not. The website's down because not a lot of people used it. But
isn't that crazy that like it seemed like they were. Sorry, my Siri is like, wait, what?
What?
Like, how can I help you? It's like, calm down. They were when I was initially doing research on live streaming a couple of months ago, to try and start writing about this and discovering it. I saw a couple, that might have been one of them, where you're like, you see these companies that like fold, 6 months ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're like, oh, you guys, if you had just gotten past.
I know. It did so well. I was doing so well in it. And then it was just cut off. Yeah, it sucked.
So if that's working, it's going to come back. Maybe it's bands in town or someone's going to go, yo, why don't we have like an opener? Like one, like everywhere else in the world, in every live concert in the world, let's have someone that comes in for the first 10 minutes of it or first 10% of it or whatever.
Exactly. So, so I did that, and then I slowly got used to it. So I'm not, so when I got used to it and I did it for so long, I'm not nervous anymore. I'm able to go into a chat with multiple people, 30, 40 people in a chat, and just be myself and play my music without being nervous. Like right now, I don't even know who you are. I met you months ago, maybe.
Completely.
Like maybe, and I'm able to open and talk to you. Like I'm like, I could be myself with you. Like, honestly.
Yeah. You know, what's weird for me is like now, because I've been doing this twice a week for a couple of months, I don't give a shit about this. But if I go on now and I'm watching somebody, I'll have these moments where I'm like awkward. I'm like, I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? It's like, you don't have to say anything. I know, but I should say something. But what should I say? You know what I mean? There's still parts of it that I'm like, I haven't calibrated to. Like, I'm just not quite. But the actual, I just don't know how to be a viewer. I don't know how to shut up, is basically you'll notice.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I have to say something, but I don't have anything to say. So do you, as far as the live streaming and the music is concerned, do you feel like you could just sort of find a way to be a live streaming musician, and that could be primarily your thing, and you could maybe potentially build a career from that? Do you think that's something that, is that something you're thinking about doing, or is that something you see yourself doing now?
Yeah, like I said, I've been working super hard on this platform, so that's what my plan is. If not on this platform, but for another platform, if I'm not able to get this one. But if for another one, I would totally be for it. I'm, like I said, I worked so hard since I think it was like 17 years old is when I met Doug. And it was just like, it's just how my thrive is. I want to share music with people that I write things. I want to show them what I have for them. And I want to see smiles on their faces and their emotions and stuff like that. That's just how I want my stuff to happen for them. So I don't know. It's what I want to do.
Yeah, for sure. So you write a lot. You said you have like 40 songs.
Yeah, I have like 47 now.
Are these songs that you wrote over the last, how long have these songs, how long have you been working on that many songs?
So those 47 or last month and the middle of this month.
Damn. So you wrote 47 songs in about a month and a half.
Yep, exactly. And we're still
So
going.
about one a day.
Yeah, one a day.
Unbelievable. Are there any that stand out as kind of like this song here? I mean, I picked one that I thought is an interesting one to look at from just structure and arrangement and the songness of it. But are there songs that hey Riz, what's going on? Are there other songs that you or particular songs you've written recently that you're like, oh, I like that direction?
So there's like a few that people pick mostly. It's just they have me play all the time, and I'm just so used to them because I play them all the time. Which I don't know if you listen to them on BandLab. So I have No Hide and Seek, which is a newer one, as well as I'm trying to figure out the other one. Oh, Radiant. So No Hide and Seek is like when you're hiding and seek, and someone's like you're trying to find them but you can't, and then you quit, and then you walk away, and then those people are still hidden and you can't find them because you don't want to. And then the Radiant one is a story which we all probably grew up with. It's called Charlotte and the Web, and it's about Charlotte as yourself. You're the spider, and you're telling the story about this pig that's radiant, and that's what the story is about. It's about being that spider and experience what you felt during the time of the pig and how radiant he was. I don't know. It's literally a storybook is what the song is. So
I love it.
Yeah. So that one and then my second song, and for last month it's called Key, and it's about how we all come together, and we're all looking for something, and then at the end it's love is the key, so we're all looking for love. So that's what that is. Yeah,
hide and seek.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, I mean, is there one of those that you want to play for us? Is there one of those that you want to sort of like explore? Yeah, pick one, and let's by the way, I just wanted to mention, occasionally during our conversation I'll notice that the Wi-Fi snaps out for like just a half a second. So we'll see how it goes, but
I know the feeling.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. I do I guess hide and seek.
Okay.
It's on my ukulele.
Oh, it's on the uke. Yeah.
It is. Yay, Tori's so excited. Yay. Okay. So keep my headphones in. Just a prick on my finger as I linger, just a trick. Told me I was fine more than a game. I was excited and then you never came. This is no hide and seek. Come out and peek. Bushes surround us, so come out to us. I can't find you, I'm lost in the woods. I was once told to open the door to find once again, but I haven't come out, I quit. We were wandering in the deep woods of a game that could be hide and seek. Come out and peek, I am lost and you haven't been found. What's that sound? Bushes surround us, come out, it's a must. I can't find you, I'm lost in the woods. I was told to open up the door to find you once again, but I haven't come out, I quit. Oh. I'm trying to scroll up now. Okay. We'll just do that. I can scroll up. It took forever.
You were trying to scroll up to read the lyrics?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I have everything in doc. Thank you. I'm a storyteller. I am a storyteller. Thanks.
Cool. So
Tori.
Tori's like, oh my God.
She's like in love right now. She's like, yes. Yes.
And Rizzieri is also a talented songwriter and artist as well.
Oh.
He's giving you some love. So what do you like especially about that song?
I like the story. I like the story I made it because who like everyone when they were little, they all played hide and seek, and when you're the seeker, you're like, where is everyone at? I'm not sure. And then you're like, it's getting weird, and it's like you're lonely, and like you just decide like, okay, well, I'm done playing this game. And then I made it like that. I made it like I don't want to look for you anymore, so I'm walking out and you can leave now. Like it was just a story of like, I don't know, being lost and you can't find someone, so that you decide that you just don't want to do anymore. I know it's like a story like you're quitting for something and it's like you're not continuously doing something, but like when you're lonely and you don't know where anyone is, you're gonna probably bounce. So that's what I did. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool spin on like usually when people think about hide and seek, they're thinking about the fun of trying to find people, not that sort of moment towards the end where you're like, screw it, I'm kind of over this. I'm kind of over this. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nice. So if this song were to grow in some way, or if it were to do something, and like, you know, in the future you're like, wow, that song really kind of took off, or it really did something that got me, maybe it's live streaming related or whatever, like, is there anything about the song that that you'd like to see happen, or that you'd like to have it grow into somehow?
Honestly, I just wanted to record it, so I did that. So I didn't really, I don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly,
So,
it's already been recorded. I don't know what else more it would be. Out of all the other songs, I probably do another song other than This Is More, but I don't know. Honestly, it could go anywhere. I'm totally fine with anything to go anywhere. So I don't know.
yeah, it sounds like you just kind of enjoy the process of writing and
Yeah.
performing these songs.
Yeah, I like performing it for people. I also I also like to just like write music and just like see how I go and get more different things out. But I kind of like take some of the songs that I write and then put them together. So it's kind of like more of like everything's mostly of a story. So like my first song, it's two paths. So the two paths is I choose which path is right, and then each path is a different adventure, and you have to find a key, which is in that song. And then that song key, which is the next day, that's the key that I need to get to through the path of one of the paths from the other song. So I do everything. I add certain things into it to make it seem for like the story continuously goes and goes. So it's all stories is what I do.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What's up, Christine? You know what it reminds me of is almost like it's not quite like a choose your own adventure book or choose your own
Yeah.
adventure experience, but it's just sort of like every day it sort of moves from whatever you talked about before and becomes this sort of new thing that you can create off of, and everyone can sort of follow along, which makes it fun for you and it makes it fun for other people.
Yeah.
So Tori's got a question. Do you see yourself as more of a songwriter behind the scenes, or as more of an artist?
As an artist. Yeah. I love songwriting, but I would want to do it one day for someone, but I'd
Yep.
rather do it for more of myself and show them more of like who I am, to express like what I do.
Have you ever I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
No, you're fine.
like, have you ever been to like an improv show where you go in and it's like an ensemble cast, and then they'll be like, okay, give us a name of a car, give us
Yeah.
and then they make something up from that. Have you ever tried something like that?
For fun with friends, because I used to watch whose lines in
Whose
it.
line is it
Yeah,
anyway? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So I watched that, and we did it for fun
Yeah.
with a bunch of friends, but it wasn't like in front of a bunch of people. But I did go to an improv show like that, and I saw that, and that's why I like to do improv, because I like to make up random things. Like I play games with my chat on live stream. We do a 1-word game. So every time someone writes a word in the thing, I have to make a song out of it, and it can continuously go and go and go until I decide to stop it and do the ending. But I do a lot of improv. That's why I count myself as an improv songwriter, because I just random things, no reason at all.
I guess that's a yes. You basically
yes. So I
you're
guess,
doing
yeah,
it pretty
but I'm not doing
regularly.
it with, like, I'm not doing like if someone was standing next to me and I'm like live streaming it of myself just going on and on. But it's more of like having everyone from my community, like on YouNow and stuff, come together. So I guess
Yep.
yes, but like show wise, like doing it by person, like I haven't done that. So
Sure. But yeah, I mean, what's cool about what you're describing is that number one, I've never heard of an artist that's done that. I mean, I've never read or heard or known of an artist that is literally just creating song by song, kind of like telling stories and creating narratives, whether it's improv or not. Which means number one, you're naturally doing something that's super unique and super you. And that's always, to me, that's a good sign that you're moving into something that's promising, because it's going to be difficult for other people to be like, oh, well, I do that also. It's like, really? Have you been doing it for years? Can you do it like every day, nonstop? So that's cool. And the other thing I like about it is it seems sort of intrinsically focused on live streaming. In other words, that would be a hard thing to do, like touring, because it might not seem as easy to do like day after day. But if you're doing it in a live streaming environment, you have the same crowd and they're sort of like, they can follow along.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think that just came naturally because you moved into live streaming, and then it sort of became this thing where you were creating in a live streaming-esque sort of situation?
I think I would say yes, but I didn't really start doing like improv stuff until, like, I guess, I don't know, like when I kind of get back in like into like I was in YouNow before, like years ago, and then I come back. I think when I reactivated like my creative minds, I don't know, mind blown activities, I don't even know what to call it. And then I got more comfortable with what I was doing. I got to know the people, and I went to go visit the people, and I just wanted to see how they are. And then I was able to like more improv. So like, for example, I have people that drop stuff like likes, whatever. We all expect likes and stuff like that on our streams. But when they come in and they just give like their 20, I write a song about them and just make up whatever I learned about them when I went into their streams to get to know them. And then I wrote that song for them, and they're like, wow, she knows a lot about me. Or like I pay attention to certain things that they do, and then I just write songs about them, but they're all improv. I don't remember anything I say. They just come to me. So it's like,
dude, that's amazing.
Yeah. So
that's absolutely, yeah. I think, and I think that's awesome. I mean, and it's funny because the couple of times we've had people on to talk about songs and whatnot, I'm realizing now as I'm listening to you describing this, my mind has, I didn't realize it, but my mind is so sort of like used to thinking about songs in a particular way, which is you make songs and they're like these precious diamonds, and you make them as in a particular way, and you make them sort of as these evergreen things, and then they, they're singles or they're albums or they're something, and that's one way of doing it. But as I'm listening to you, I'm like, well, you have sort of this very cool different way of looking at how songs are made and why they're made. That you're making them up kind of like on the spot.
I'm just making them up. I'm just doing how I feel. So I just make them up as I feel.
So okay, I think this could be an interesting thing for people that are watching that that we could get into. It's almost like we could dig into the songwriting process, even though in a way you're improvising on the spot, because those things aren't contradictory. And so, for example, my favorite class in college was a class called Improv, Acting, and Theater Games.
Mm-hmm.
It was my favorite class in college. And one of the things that we learned in that class was yes and.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of yes and?
Don't think so.
You probably do it all the time. It's just, this is just a way of labeling it. So
Yeah.
yes and is like if we're improvising and then like you walk on to, like you're starting a song and you say like, oh my God, like I can't believe we got stuck on this desert island.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to be like, yeah, but at least it's raining. Like I'm going to take whatever you just said and that becomes the real
Okay. Yeah.
thing and I run with it and then I add something to it. Yes and, yes and, yes and. So like one premise, even when you're inventing things on the spot, is that there's always this yes and. You don't decline what somebody says. You don't say, no, we're what are you talking about? We're in the middle of the city. Like now what, right? So there's rules even when you're improvising. And so when you're writing a song, like let's say you're writing a song tomorrow or next week or something. Do you have certain things that you reach for to try and sort of set some basic standards for creating things in terms of, I don't know, chords you're using or ways that you open up a story and stuff like that?
So so like we do on We Create Now, okay? Like instrumental. No, I don't use, I just do, okay, so like I said, okay, so on We Create Now, we all do the prompts, and the prompts are whatever picture he has for us set up on the Instagram. We look at it, we write 2 sentences, whatever. Mags knows this. She's one of our members on there. I got her into
Mads?
it. Yeah, Mads.
Right on.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting your friends, by the way, Mads.
Hi, Rohat hit too. He's absolutely amazing. So
What's up?
so
Thank
so
you,
yeah,
guys.
so I pick certain things on those things. So when I write my prompt, my two questions or my 2 sentences, I set it up as if what was the song that I wrote the day before, and then I look at those key notes of those songs that I wrote the day before, and I write something that would count for that. So like it would continue the story. Sometimes my stuff doesn't get picked, which is fine. So certain things I look for key notes. So I actually did one. It was one of my friends, Ray's. He actually did one. It was like about certain things, about growing and reaching and everything like that. So how I set it up is I ask my chat. I do this a lot. I like to talk to my chat and make sure. So I say, should I do a sad song this week or this day, or should I do a happy one? So they ask for a sad one. So I use the key words that were in the song and the prop that the guy did. It was growing, which I kept, and then there was rising, like growing and rising, and then I use that word, and then you. So then I put those words together from other songs that I wrote, and then I build it that way. So then I use like certain things. I also use certain chords from my ukulele or my guitar to count as if the story is continuously going from all the songs that I wrote. So that's how I pick all those things up. It's how I get it from that, and then it just like grows really. It's weird. It sounds really complicated, but it's really easy.
So one thing I think I heard you say, and by the way, it's Rohit and Mads, it's so cool you guys are on. I was kind of hoping that would happen because you guys are going to be able to sort of chime in and help help make this super cool because you guys are fans and familiar and stuff like that. So I'd love to hear anything you guys, particularly if Llama is mentioning things that you're like, yeah, I love that, or she did that last week and stuff like that. Like, it's just cool to have you guys on. So thank you for swinging through. And by the way, what are we doing? We're kind of exploring her creative process, and yeah, the topic is totally about our stream in general is about sort of, it's a live stream about live streaming. So how does this stuff work for artists that are putting music out there in the live streaming format? And then we basically will bring people on to this a couple days a week and just ask them about like, well, what have you learned and what's working for you and stuff like that. So Llama's been a helper and a fan of ours.
Mm-hmm.
Am I a YouNow rep? No, I'm not even sure what that means, but I'm definitely not. But I love YouNow, and Tori and I both love YouNow, and I'm sure you do as well. So yeah, like Dan. So right, so no, I don't work for YouNow, but I'm super fascinated by this format. So anyway, but we're trying to do something to answer your question a little bit more, even though this isn't exactly what you asked. I feel like we're trying to sort of add something interesting to the mix within YouNow that is I hate to use the word safe space, but that's kind of what came into my mind. Like just a cool creative space where, you know, nobody's trying to outcool anybody, and we all have something that we're trying to learn or contribute or be a part of, where music is kind of the main theme, and getting music, frankly, that is as strong as possible, and also that helps people sustain themselves from that music is probably the sort of understated goal. So, so something you said a second ago, if I understood you correctly, what I heard you say is like, when you write a song today, part of what you'll do is you'll be like, well, yesterday's song kind of went like, you know, so maybe you'll start with those chords today, or you'll do something from last,
Yeah,
the
so
last
like
one.
it would just like move forward. So like I did with Two Paths, and I did that with the Two Paths, and bringing in a key and then using that keyword for the next song for the next day. So I do that with all of that. I find certain things like chords I use around the same. So if I'm on ukulele, I usually use like C, G, F, A minor all the time. For most of the stuff, I also do that for my improv because it's the easiest ones to switch over. But some of the songs are different. Like I have a couple of songs like Radiant. That one I use like E minor and a bunch of other stuff. So like I switched it up a lot more, but it's most of the songs are they're all connected in each way, and then they could be sad or happy. Like I mix them up a lot. Depends on what my mood is that week. If I'm happy or sad, so I change it up. Stuff like that. Yeah. So it's like a newer way of songwriting. It's just like songwriting to me is like a story you're trying to show of what you do. So how your life is going through. You see like songwriters like, for example, Taylor Swift, all her songs are about breakups and stuff like that. Her stories of how she did her day and how like an ex whatever would break up with her. There's so many other people that do different things from home or from this and that. That's what songwriting is. It's how the story goes, how you feel, how you want people to see you as you are. So that's how I do it. I do it by stories.
Yeah, you're kind of moving into the story.
Exactly.
Yuri, thanks for stopping by. So if you were, here's something that kind of comes to mind, like that's a cool way for you to talk about your process without it being like weird. If someone were getting into this and they were just learning a few chords on a ukulele or a guitar, and they were like, I want to do what you do. Like, I want to be able to write in the moment and come up with something. I don't know how you do that. What would you tell them? Like, okay, we'll start by.
Yeah. So probably start off small. First think of something. So, okay, what's in front of you? A bug. Okay, a bug. What is the bug doing? Is the bug walking across the grass? Is it doing this? Well, it's then write what it's doing, and then you can use rhymes. It's the same thing as writing poetry. You rhyme things together. If you are able to write it in poetry, add music to it. If you only know a couple chords on the ukulele, then use that with the song, and then just play it. Listen to the music first as you play it with your eyes closed, and then start reading it with the words that you have. So then then you have a beautiful story about a bug. Exactly. So you whatever's in front of you, like this drink, it's red. So the drink is red. So then you start writing a song about, why is the drink red? Where does it come from? Like, you write a story of how you do certain things.
Thank you, Christine.
Yeah, Christine. Yes, Christine is a scout on YouNow. She's
Awesome.
she's not hired by YouNow. She just does it on her own. And she comes to a lot of people. She's actually one of my main scouts. So she finds people for me, or she actually sets me up with, so she's like my agent is what it is.
Yeah, basically, like,
So,
she connects you with people.
She connects
that are doing
me
other
with,
things.
yeah, exactly.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So right. So it's basically like, have a couple chords and then just write what's in front of you and
Exactly.
just start talking about it. So what would you say, how does that go from, how does that become, how do you know when you're sort of onto something, like when you're talking about the bug or the red drink, right? And you're getting something. How do you know how do you know, or how do you try and find something that's kind of like, oh, that might be maybe a hook or a chorus or something like that? Like, how do you sort of
how do you like mix it? How do you know what to do from the verse to the chorus and stuff like that?
Yeah. Like, how do you build it as you're going?
So I usually do it as like, so the first or the second verse would be the starter of this, like a story. Like, I went to the store, I found a bug. The bug was not under a rug, it was on the street. What can I see? What is just me? Like, you just keep on adding stuff, and then and the chorus to be about like the bug and like how, like, what the bug looks like. Or you'd be like, I made this friend, it's my bug, I ran to see it, but it just shugged. Or like, you just add the random things into it, and then you just like put it together, and then you could probably say like, I said goodbye to the bug as it just walked by. Like, you just keep on going, and it just like, it slowly ends the story. But I just like that's how I kind of do it. I kind of explain what it is, what's happening in the first verse. Then I just say like, oh, this and that, like am I friends with the bug, or is the bug mad at me? Like, it's the expressions, and then you continues the story. Is it goodbye? Like, are we leaving? Are we going to the park? Like, stuff like that. Like, it's just, that's how I do it. I don't know. So
yeah, no, it totally makes sense. And like, it's really just a story. It's really just a story with music.
Yeah, exactly. Ready for the bug
let's
song?
do a bug, dude. Should we do a bug song?
I can write one really fast.
Let's do a bug song. Tori's like, please, can we do a bug song? Please, 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 please.
I know, she's all about it. Okay. Okay, where's the bug at, Tori?
Where's the bug at, Tori?
Tori, where's the bug at? The mall.
The mall, of course.
The bug went
Bug's on the
to
shelf.
the mall. Oh, there goes my snap. Okay. There is multiple. Can you headphone get out of my face? Okay, sorry. It's multiple balls. We saw this bug not to.
Christine likes the llama and pants song.
Not to, yeah. The llama song is written by my chat. I put the music in, and my chat wrote the song. The pants song is because I was drunk one day and I was streaming with someone, and that person's in the song, but it was mostly about how I lost my pants. Llama song and the Pants song are, I think, on BandLab. I'm not sure.
I think Pants is on BandLab.
And Llama is on
seeing it.
YouTube and Instagram.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So, trying to figure out this song. I don't want to like write a song out of nowhere, and then it's just like we're sitting here trying to figure out why this girl is writing a song about a bug. It's so funny.
Keep it mysterious.
I'm keeping it
Like,
mysterious. But you guys, I'm just writing it. But what if you have any other questions?
So you're on your uke. So you said on your ukulele you like C, A minor, F, and G. Is that what you said?
So it's C, G, F minor, A minor, or F
in that
A
order.
Minor. In that order
Okay.
is what I do. Mostly,
Okay.
and then I just play that like fast, and then and it just happens. So honestly, I don't. So honestly, I don't even have to finish the song and just like figure it out in the process. So. Yeah.
Oh, you have it raised up half a step.
I have it on uke. I capo everything.
You capoed it. Okay, so it's up half a step. So yeah, okay.
So the bar went to the malls. There's multiple halls. We see this bug not on a shelf, but we know it must be one of her friends. This bug is green and big, but no one knows how it is. It's slimy, it's sticky, I'm not sure if it wants me to be his friend. We know that some people are scared of you, but you know we got to be friends sometimes. You are just an ugly bug. There you go. I just improvised it because I didn't know what the chord. Tori's in love with it. Well, it's forever in here because of the fact that I'm guesting with him. It will last for 30 days. So Tori, you can listen to it all you want.
What was the end? You said something. He's just a bug, or
he's just an ugly bug.
He's just an ugly bug.
Yes, Tori. I swear.
I like that.
Thanks.
He's just an ugly bug. Cool.
Yeah.
So I mean, wow, it sounds like you kind of have your own very unique sort of thing that you're doing on this, and
yep.
I just think it's super cool. Do you feel like there's anything that you have in mind that you'd like to do with it in the next, I don't know, like year or something? Like, do you want to have a community of people that are playing together? Do you want to have certain things you'd like to do on YouNow or with live streaming in particular?
Like we create now. That's my biggest family on here. So I got what I wanted. I wanted a group of people that play together and play songs, and we just do it all on our own. Like we all write music together, and I just absolutely love it. And like there's so many other people that do other things like bake and stuff like that. Yeah, maybe a silly song CD for kids. I don't know. I feel like some of my songs are kind of like not for kids. Like the Llama song is pretty good for a kid. Bella the Princess, which Christine loves that one, which would be for a kid. But like there's a couple songs that are like more like have curse words in it, and I don't think they'll be good for kids. Maybe older kids like myself, but other than that, no. So
yeah, when you guys are creating stuff together, are you doing it? You're probably not doing it in real time because it's still hard to do, but you're doing it kind of like how do you collab?
So we just like, so he gives us 24 hours and we just do it whenever.
Okay.
I usually, so I do it like 15 minutes in, or I do it the next day, like 15 minutes before he starts live streaming because I forgot. Sometimes I just do it for fun and I try to get other people's voices into stuff. Like Keith has this thing with guesting. He baroots people. So when he puts people on, I'm gonna baroot you, and then he guesses them. And then when he wants to take them off, he said, "Okay, I'm barooting you." And he says it so much. I wrote a song about him barooting people, and it's just, and it has a clip of his voice in it of him just baroot. Yep, exactly. So I do stuff like that, or I just but I challenged a couple people yesterday to do a 2.0 llama song, and they sent me things, and it's cool because I was like, oh, let's see if they do it. And then someone wrote a rap about me in a song, and then someone played the ukulele about me in a song. So it's pretty cool.
Tori says it kind of reminds me of Billie Eilish, Phineas writing process too. Really? I don't know much about their writing process. So Phineas is the her producer, right?
Yeah, I like
kind of
Billie
like
Eilish.
collab.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are there any artists or producers that you kind of admire or that you like their music?
A lot of Megan Trainor is one of mine. Is that yeah, Llama Mama is my song she wrote for me, Christine.
Wow.
Yeah, like I said, they write music about me, which is really sweet. But yeah, no, like Megan Trainor, her setup of her songs and stuff, it's all like personal is what's mostly of her stuff or what's going on. So that's where I get most of my stuff is from like listening to her music. And then Christina Aguilera, I just love how they had their songs set up and stuff like that. It's just amazing. So they're my two main people, mostly because my voice range is around the same, and the between of them I can sing really high like Christina Aguilera to Kelly Clarkson, and then soft and comfortable like Megan Trainor. So
right.
Yeah. So yeah.
So you like for Megan, you like that she kind of sings and writes about her own life, and then it sounded like Christina Aguilera's music. You said something like you like how the songs are set up.
Yeah, and then Kelly Carson's hers is set up too. It's like really, really nice, and like I just like the poppy feel. So,
what do you mean by that?
What?
Do you know? Someone was asking, do you know Teddy Riley?
I do not know who that is.
Producer.
No.
But so what is it? What do you mean by poppy style? Just kind of that it's catchy, that it's hooky,
catchy,
stuff like that.
Yeah, it's catchy. It's gets you pumping. You know, like listening to that song. It's like that's really good. Like catchy, like something like that. Like for a while for me, most of the songs that I've written, which are all on the SoundCloud, they're all Christian pop. So all of my stuff is all about God and like stuff like that. So yeah, so I did a lot of pop music. So it's more catchy and what like your foot stepping and stuff like that. So that's what I like, poppy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of things about the what was the song? I'm trying to remember the song that Blue Skies.
Mine, yeah.
Yeah, that one in particular seemed like it had like a lot of very I don't know what the word would be, sort of hooky things that were going on in that song, like a lot of little things that made it kind of ear candy-ish.
Yeah. That was the very first song I wrote. I was 17.
Wow, it was the very first song you wrote?
Yeah, very first song I wrote. I was 17. I was sitting outside by a tree at my parents' house, and the sky was blue. There was daisies by me. There was butterflies flying.
47. This was way before the 47 started.
There's one. No, well, there's if you count all the songs that are in SoundCloud, you're really at 60.
Okay. So
okay.
1 out of 60.
But 1 of 60. Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you write it all at one time?
Yes. I was sitting on the grass, like I said, my parents, with my guitar in my hand. But it was crazy.
What do you think of that song now? That it's literally the first song you wrote, and it's kind of like a while back in time. Like, how do you view or listen to that song now?
I played it so many times. Just a song that I always know. The only song that I know by heart. That's when you asked for the lyrics. I literally sang the lyrics when I wrote them to you.
Wow.
Because I didn't have it written down because it's all by memory. But it's I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know. It's always there. It's always a memory of always singing it or always writing it. Like I can literally picture myself right now if I was still there, like sitting on the grass playing the song. Yeah,
like the first
writing
it. Wrote it.
I had a notebook from school because I was 17. It was a notebook that I have for school, and request to perform it. Yeah,
Tori's like.
She's all about it. So it was a notebook from school. I don't even know what notebook it was. It's probably a notebook I wasn't supposed to write in, but
yeah, like some
I just wrote it down
or whatever, and you're like, yeah, no, this is now a songwriting notebook.
Yeah, exactly. So
you down to
I can
give us a rendition.
A rendition of that song? Yeah, sure.
Da, da, da. Yeah. Do you play this one a lot? Do you get a lot of requests for this one?
Yes. Well, I just started getting a request because I had story time on Monday of like old songs I used to play. And I showed everyone stuff, like old stuff of me and stuff like that. And I played this song and they're like, oh my God, where did that song come from? And I'm like, and then they're like, who wrote that? And I'm like, I did. And they're like, what the heck? Yeah, so.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
And listen, if you guys have other requests that you probably know her whole catalog. So drop some bug requests and stuff.
Bug requests? Oh,
thank you, Tori.
The bug song.
The bug song.
Just kidding.
All right, everybody shh. She's about to play. Shh.
I'm gonna chase this. Okay. Let's do it in this fret or this capo. Makes more sense. Blue skies over me, every bird in the sky. I look there, I see you, and when you smile, I know it's true. I need you. The way you look at me, yeah, your eyes are like stars. I'm melting for you. Oh, I'm loving you more. Green grass all below me, white daisies in a row, butterflies fly above me, so graceful in your arm. I need you, I need you, the way you look at me, yeah, your eyes are like stars. I'm melting for you, oh, melting for you, oh, I'm melting for you, oh, I'm loving you more. There you go. Thank you.
Tori's clapping again.
She is clapping.
I love that song.
Thank you.
Yeah, I really, I think, I mean, it's amazing to me that that's the first song you ever wrote.
Yes. And you want to know the backstory of that song?
Yeah. Tell us the backstory.
It's actually for my husband. Well, my boyfriend at the time.
Yeah.
I wrote it for him.
It's amazing.
Yeah. That's why it's about, sorry. Yeah.
We all need a moment here. Everyone just take a moment, grab a tissue.
Grab a tissue.
Could it possibly be more adorable?
Yeah. It's okay.
So you wrote it for him. Did you play it for him right away, or were you like, maybe someday I might play this for him?
I was scared. I was scared to play it for him. But I did play for him, and he liked it. But I played it so many times that he probably tired of it. So I played it. I was at a Halloween party with a couple of people at work, and I had my guitar with me. I don't know why I brought it. I think it was something with my outfit. And he was with me, and this one guy that was drunk. I played it 5 times for him because he was still like shocked by it. And I'm like, oh my God. So Ed was with me listening to play it multiple times. So squeals for eternity.
He got to hear it 4 times.
Yeah.
Performed for a drunk man.
For a drunk man.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's as a song, like it's different than some of your other songs. It sort of behaves differently, and it's maybe it was just because it was written from a different place.
It was written from a different place, and every time I close my eyes, which I closed my eyes the whole time when I did that song, I just pictured myself sitting at where I was. So I kind of left from where we were just now. Good. When I sang that song, and I sat on the grass, and I was can hear the birds and everything around me. So I literally just left. Like I closed my eyes and I left from wherever we were, just sitting here, just sing that song. Yeah.
So basically, you go back to that place where you were like kind of first. I don't know if that was when you were first falling in love with him, but you were certainly definitely in love with him when you wrote
we were in high school, and it's mostly when I was falling in love with him. Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of like actors, that like, okay, if you're gonna sort of, perform or embody something, you have to go back to what you felt when you wrote it and what it felt like that day with the birds singing on the grass.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, amazing.
It's crazy.
Have you written other songs like that, or are most of your songs now kind of more of the creating in the moment sort of vibe that we were talking about before?
So it's very strange. I think I should tell you this because it's kind of interesting. This is actually really interesting. So the songs before or after that song, so my family is very Christian. We went to church every day. We actually had a pastor tell us about gifts. And I didn't have a gift. I didn't think I had a gift at that time. So I asked for a gift from God, and he gave me a gift of songwriting. And when I went to sleep, I dreamed about writing music. And whatever I dreamed, I woke up and I wrote it down. And I put music to it, whatever music was in my head. And I wrote 15 music songs from my dreams. And I wrote them down. They're all on SoundCloud. So
wow, that's so cool.
Yeah. So when I asked for a gift, I received a gift, but it's also a curse because I get really weird dreams now. Like really scary dreams that you guys don't want to know about.
Do you write songs about those dreams, or you're just like, maybe I'll write about
those dreams are more of like, it's really weird. Like the gifts the world. Yeah. So there's the music ones, and then there's the weird ones. Like the weird dreams. Like one dream was about solving a puzzle, and the puzzle I would try to figure out how to get that puzzle done. But if I don't finish the puzzle and I wake up, it continuously goes the next night, and it continuously until I pass the puzzle. It just keeps
like you
on
keep
going
having
and going.
The same
exactly
dream over
same
and
dream and over again until I solve it. I solved the puzzle, the dream went away.
Wow.
I never had it again. So it's just like that. It just continuously goes. For the music, I only get once. So if I wake up, it's gone.
So does that mean when you wake up that you actually hear music in your head?
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
And so do you ever have soundtracks in your dreams?
I have people singing. Well, there is this one I still can't figure out the words for.
Oh,
I get it
cool.
still. It's a guitar sound that I'm not sure how it plays. I just know it plays a certain tune in my head, but I couldn't tell you how it goes because I don't know how to play it. It's like a guitar playing, and I don't know the words are because all it is a guy strumming it, but he's like playing it as like tab like electric player would play it, like whatever. It's playing that, but there's no words. There's only music, and I don't know the music for it. Like I don't know the words to that song. So it's yeah. So I would get those like randomly, but I don't know how to. Maybe I'm waiting for something for someone to play it, and then I'd be like, wow, that's
it.
the guy.
Yeah. Stop that. Come here. We're writing
That's
a song
the guy.
right
We're writing a song, but I haven't
Yeah.
haven't had that yet. So
That's so cool. Man,
yeah.
that's absolutely amazing. That's super cool.
I
That
know it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. Like
yeah, I mean, I think my favorite part of that story, the way you've told it, was that you asked.
yeah, I asked, and he gave me dreams.
You know.
Yeah. Like I just didn't feel like I had anything. Like I was able to sing when I was little, but I was always so nervous and I didn't really know like really what was it with anything. So then I asked for it and I got what I got. So
How did you know, like, so you asked for it, and then like, was it like the next day you sort of
no,
woke up and
it was like a couple months ago or something like that after it. Then I was like dreaming things, and then I woke up and I had someone tell me to write music down. Like that feeling, like the Holy Spirit would tell you to do certain things and stuff like that. It told me to write whatever I saw in the dream, and then I wrote it down on a paper. So, and it would just like it was crazy.
So do you keep the guitar or the uke like at your bed now?
No, but I
Or
would
like
write
on
stuff.
your nearby?
No, no, I wouldn't. No, it's weird. I don't know. It doesn't like I have to. It's weird to talk about it because of the fact that like some people don't get it. Like I told Ed about it, and he's like I had a dream about numbers, and he's like, let's go to the lottery. Or I have like dreams that will come true. So it's like crazy, but yeah, no, I wouldn't have the guitar with me or the ukulele. At the time, I didn't even have a ukulele. I got the ukulele on my 22nd birthday from my parents. So I didn't even think I would really get into that. So it was always guitar. I got the guitar when I was like, they gave it to me when I was 17, like my 17th birthday.
I see an album called Dream Music.
What?
I'm imagining an album that you released someday called Dream Music.
So it's actually called the Lord's. I don't know. It's on SoundCloud. It's like the Lord's something, Lord's Prayer or something like that, or notes or something like that. And it's just all songs that He gave me to write down to share. So that's what the album is. It's literally just Lord's Prayer or something like that. I don't know what it's called. Yeah,
that's amazing.
But all the songs on there there's like something like that, like 15 songs on there.
That's so awesome. And I'm super impressed that you've been able to kind of unlock this. And I also honestly, I appreciate that you're sort of like willing to kind of like talk about this and share it with. I mean, when you're a creative person, there's certain parts of your process or your thing or your whatever, your sort of magic black box that this shit comes from that nobody really completely understands, that you don't necessarily want to be like, here's how I do it. Like, this is what it's like.
Yeah.
And I did, you seem totally fine talking about it, but I also don't want to get so into it that you're like, no, I don't want to talk about that part.
Well,
you know what I mean?
The dream thing, I don't think anyone else, probably someone out there in the world has the same thing as me, but like that just like.
I've had it. I've definitely, one of the reasons I was asking what I asked is because I have those things. I will definitely have dreams with a soundtrack for sure.
Yeah.
I will wake up and I can hear the soundtrack and I'm like trying to figure out like, what was that? No, is it like for sure?
Exactly.
There's definitely times where I guess the way I would sort of interpret or personalize what you said with your story is there are times when I'm working on something musically. Maybe I'm like, I remember one time I was working on a documentary and I needed to score a documentary. And I was just very like frustrated. I wasn't getting what I felt I needed. And I sort of asked, I was like, I need a simple melody. Everything I'm coming up with is far too complex and this and this and this and this. And I think your subconscious or your intuition or whatever that spiritual source is for you, if you believe in it, it will be there for you.
Yeah.
And if you communicate with it and give it space and actually act on it, instead of just being like, oh, I wish I had a gift.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you asked for one and then there's a reason it's called a gift. It's for you, but it's also something that you do, for other people. And I just think that's absolutely amazing. Like I hope people go back. We have these archived on YouTube, and I don't know, if people watch these after the fact. But I'm super glad that you guys are on here too. I mean, I know Roki, you're a fan. I know Mads is a fan. What are you guys thinking right now? Like, is this like, oh wow, I had no idea this was, or did you already know about this stuff? Is this stuff that you've spoken on before with your crew, or?
So Mags knows that I have dreams. Actually, like I said, like I've actually had a segment of me talking about dreams, and some of my dreams, like I told him about like the music and stuff like that. But I also told him about the scary ones, and they're like way things that you don't want to know about because they're like it's so bad. Dreams that are nightmares mostly that people experience, but some of them are real from experiences that I have in my life. So it's just like crazy stuff, but they know about like where certain things come from. Mags is my best friend from Norway, so she knows all my darkest secrets. No, but she's really cool, and she's also exactly Norway. Represent. She's also a songwriter. She's absolutely amazing as well. Right on. So yeah.
Tori, is the duo that's coming on next Friday, am I remembering correctly, is one of them from Norway? Is the girl from Norway? 7,000 apart. Is it Norway she's from? Swedish. Okay, she's from
Sweden.
Sweden, thank you. I'm like Sweden. Yes, that's the word. Awesome.
Yeah.
So, dude, I mean, I feel like a lot of the stuff that we would normally be sort of talking about with the song process is sort of put on its head because of the nature of how you write. And I think that's kind of cool. Like, it's not, when people are writing pop songs or people are collaborating and trying to create hits and they're trying to write songs and get them produced and stuff like that. It's one way of doing it, and a lot of people do it, and it's a tough game. It's very competitive, and it's sort of becoming every day a little bit of an antiquated model that isn't the only way you can do stuff. And I love that in a way you've created your own art form.
Yeah.
You're like, I see you as a category of one. You're someone who can create music, in a live stream environment, on your own kind of wavelength, with your community, and write songs in the moment. And, I just think it's super dope. So it's almost like talking about the songs and looking at them structurally. I mean, we could do that, but I think it's more interesting to learn about your process and sort of like what brought you into this. And I think what you're doing is probably absolutely perfect.
Yeah. I'm trying.
So yeah, man, I'm super impressed by what you're doing. And so we love it. And also, like, again, you're such a nice person. And I feel like you are one of the reasons why Tori and I love YouNow, because it's just this genuinely like nice, fun, receptive space. If you go to Twitch, really great stuff happening on Twitch. But when you move into the space and you're new there, you don't get the sense people are like, hey, like, come on in. What's your name? It's not really as warm as YouNow feels. Do you agree?
Yeah, I do. I stream on Twitch. I get some weird trollers that come in and they're like, oh, these suck or this and that. And like, I like YouNow because of the fact that it's more open and more friendly. There is some people out there on YouNow, but don't go at night. Those people go there at nighttime. So this time right now, everyone's really nice.
Oh, well, maybe that's why we're always on at like 10 to 11 on a Pacific time. Yes, so it's good. Tori's like, yeah, we're not moving this to later in the day.
Yeah, later in the day, everyone gets on and it's weird. The night ones are weirder. So it's like the after dark YouNow is what it's called, is what all of us call it mostly, because all the weird people come out. Yeah, because everyone's doing weird stuff. Or Sleeping Squad. Yeah, I did Sleeping Squad once, but there's actually, it's not that bad. Like it is, I guess some people are, it's kind of weird. But there's actually bigger like partners and stuff by one guy named Michael Opie. He goes on there all the time. He's trying to get the hashtag disabled to be a regular thing because he's disabled himself. He is on wheelchairs all the time and stuff like that. So he uses that. So he uses Sleeping Squad, but he got over 500K likes just on Sleeping Squad. So all he does is sleep, but there's people supporting him, his family and stuff, like his community. So everyone watches him. He's a really sweet guy. He comes in all the time for me. He promotes me. I just go in, share. He promotes me. He's like, everyone go fan her up. She's funny. She's really cool. And she makes songs. And it's just so sweet. He's just a sweet guy. He's been on this platform for 6 years. So.
I think I've seen him like at certain moments, but I haven't really.
Yes, there's a lot of vets. A lot of people have been here for a very long time. If you know who Brent Morgan is, which is Brent O'Bean, he always streams, sings and stuff. He's been on this platform for 10 years. So
how many?
10 years.
What?
Yeah. He's been a big part. He's been a big part of YouNow. So he's like one of the main guys that he like has direct communications with the CEO of the company. Emma's been on here for maybe 10 years too. She's been one of the first as well.
Wow.
Yep.
Who are some others that you would recommend or that you just like that are on YouNow?
Princess Bubblegum or Buttercup. She started off as like she barely streamed. Then she does a lot of cool graphics. So if you ever go see them, Luca is really good. He's
super talented,
amazing,
and he's hilarious.
He is hilarious. He like has no censor. I mean, no censor on himself. So it's that's why it's so funny. There's so many people I can't even tell you. Like there's so many people that I've met on here that are absolutely amazing and big part of this community. So.
Is there anything you'd like to see on YouNow, or like just that isn't quite there yet, but you'd like to see it?
More guesting.
More faces. What do you mean exactly?
There's 3 of us. We can have 3 people. We should have like more.
We should have more people on right now?
We should have no, for example, you can only have 3 guests.
Oh, you want to be able to have like 7
guests?
Like
you know how like Zoom is, like how Zoom is, like you can have multiple people?
Totally.
Like that.
Oh, you'd like to have more people on. By the way, do any of you guys want to hop on and chat about and
3 is enough, Stephanie.
3 is enough. It's a lot, right?
Christine's 3 is a lot, but I like
20 guests at a time.
20 guests at a time.
That's the limit. That's Tori's limit.
That's Tori.
20 and no more. Christine, do you want to pop on for a second? Do any of you guys want to chat with us? And thank you, Riz. Thanks for the love, my boy. You guys want to chat and talk about music or what you guys are up to or anything, you're welcome to.
I never guess. She never guesses.
No?
No.
It's all good. Yeah, I mean, for me, I feel like one of the things I love about YouNow is that it's so easy to get people on and do that. I think it lends itself to that. You want to wrap up with a song? You got one more song you want to
Yeah, Christine,
which
which one am I doing? She already like knows which one.
Christine's like, you're gonna do blah 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 blah.
Christine, which one do you want? Okay.
Llama.
I do the llama as the llama. Okay, got it. Let me get it. And then I have to get off, but thank you so much for all of this. This is crazy, honestly. It's insane. My husband's probably hungry because he keeps on opening the refrigerator.
You hear that? You're like, oh, that's like the seventh time. Thank you, everyone. I didn't realize it was 11:30 already. Yeah, nice. Tori's got to go. I got to go. Thank you very much for hopping on with us today.
Yeah. Llama. Okay, so let me get the filter for the llama because this is what I do. Okay, it's loading for myself. Come on, let's go. Okay. Tori's like, what? What
llama filters?
I have to look at so many filters. I got a song stuck in my head.
Oh, hi. What?
Hi, how are you? How you doing, guys?
What's up, llama?
Hi, what's up?
Why didn't we do this at the beginning?
How do you guys do? I'm just llama. That's all I am. That's what I am, llama. So this is original. I'm done. This is a song that I told you that everyone in my chat wrote, and I just put the music together. It's literally what that is.
I'm in heaven right now.
This
is what heaven feels like.
This is yeah. Nah, this is gonna end. Yeah, no, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I have another. We're supposed to write the next one next month, so we'll see what happens. Okay, ready? Ready for this? Are you ready?
This is amazing.
Okay. Here you go. Yes.
I love the eyes.
Riz is like all for this too. So goofy. Okay. Here we go. Ready? Same chords. Llama, don't have time to drama. Let's go eat some banana, sing the jam, banana is all just llamas. Oh, there's just llamas, all I see are llamas, don't touch your baby mamas. We're singing a song about the llama, no time for drama. Llama, they're soft and cuddly, they're tall and lovely, llamas, they're happy llamas. If you ask nicely, llamas sing like you and me. We aren't singing no banana, just singing about the llamas. We love the llamas. So I told you a story about llamas. You guys want to hear a song about some camels? No. Llamas. They're here for ears, don't you fear. We love you, we'll keep you, see you soon. Llamas, no time for drama. you.
Llama is llama. We love, we love, we love, we love, we love.
Thanks.
Rizzieri gave you a proper opera. Bravo, bravo, bravo.
Thank you.
We love, we love, we love. Thank you so much for being llama.
Always. It's been so fun.
Oh my God, that filter like fucking blows my mind with joy. I love it. You guys have a wonderful lunch. Thank you for everything. And I'm gonna try and deal with this llama. I'll be back down by Sunday.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Come on again. We'll see you soon. Let us know if we can help with absolutely anything. And thank you for bringing all of your friends. You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
And if you ever want to do some collabs or if I can connect you with anybody or anything like that, please let us know.
Yeah, always.
Love.
Loves. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you guys again. Happy Friday. Thank you for sharing everything. See you soon. Next Wednesday, we're going to be at East West Studios. East West Studios. And next Friday, we have 7,000 Apart. He's going to be doing some music reviews with us. Was that amazing? Did you guys love that? What was your favorite part? Thank you guys for popping in. Rohit, thank you for joining us. Kathy, thank you for joining us. Yuri, Mads, if you have any tunes or anything you want to share with us, if you want to follow along, you're absolutely welcome to. Christine, thank you for saying hi. 7,000 is extra good. They're great, aren't they? Yeah, we're looking forward to that. Thank you, Tori. Yes, the Band Lab link is dope. There's a gazillion songs on there. And if you guys have any music or if you have anyone that you'd recommend that we interview or talk to, let us know. And hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. And we'll see you soon. Peace. Thank you. Bye.